Welcome back, and yeah, we're doing some NBA 2K16. So hopefully somebody will join. So Logan might join, I'm not sure, but we got some my gym. Sorry, not my gym, my GM, General Manager. Now, Jeff T.
Yeah, boy, what's up?
Yo. Okay, I'm gonna turn this music down so it's not loud in my ears. Or I might turn it off so it don't get copyright, but I kinda wanna start a Twitch. You know, I think it'll be a little better, because then I don't have to worry about the copyright stuff. At least that's what I think. So let's go features and options. Training. That's how you get into like scrimmage and practice plays. 2K beats. Just turn them off for the stream. Got no music, I hate it. But it is what it is. We don't want I don't want to get copyrighted. So I don't want to, get copyrighted, but that's why I just turned it off. I know I could have like a few beats, but I don't feel like it. So we're the Minnesota Twins or Timberwolves. My bad. We're not playing an MLB, but so we are 4-3 at the beginning of our season, and I believe we do have 82 games. If I'm not mistaken, I don't like to simulate. I like to play. So we're just gonna get a lot of playing action, and we gotta play against the 6-2 Warriors. It's gonna be tough. It is really just gonna be tough. But in the last game we played, we won 69-48. You can't forget that. You just cannot forget that. Shabazz Muhammad has been growing, increasingly frustrated with his role within the team. Do you plan on making him a starter or continuing to let him do? You want to know what? We're going to make him. I don't disagree with Shabazz. He's worthy of being a starter, and I think we need to make him happy here. So, Muhammad, so reporter is +5 press trust, +15 moral for Shabazz Muhammad, and the Flip Shouters, our head coach, he don't trust us. But I think it'll make a better mistake. I mean, especially against this Golden State. Like, we just drained threes. 24 field goals, which are threes. So I think we're going to go with the alternate. I don't like those jerseys. And we're home, so that does definitely give us another advantage. I know see, that's kind of cool. Away. With the classic, the city. I think with the classic away at number 1.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel. Shaquille O'Neal. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they're keeping pace with their win total from last season, holding steady, though they'd like to move the needle and continue to improve. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no idea. You know, you could be smarter.
Okay. Kevin Martin is also pretty good, but I think we got to give Muhammad a good start. So, yeah. Does that star spangled there's like nobody there. Yeah, that's what it makes it look like. And of the free and of the brave. And you like how there's no.
Welcome everyone to the Target Center in downtown.
I like how there's no like
Minnesota.
actual.
It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from. Live today. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Grizzlies of Memphis.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring
Wiggins, three, baby. First points. Wiggins has just crushed it for us.
Green and Bogut are down low, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
Rubio on Curry.
In the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game time action. And Andrew Wiggins
Nice
had
block.
plenty of time to learn on
2
the job.
blocks
He was
so far.
second in the league in minutes played last season. Only
Carl
behind
Anthony.
James Harden.
I just like to hit these three.
Following the miss by Draymond Green. Rubio against Curry. Barnes
I don't like
passes
that.
to Curry.
I like this Wiggins and Curry.
And it's denied.
Another block.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. It's
I know
a
2-pointer. Yes, all our points so far. 5-0 here in the first so far. Rolling against Golden State. I don't like this Rubio.
Looking over the
I
numbers
like.
again,
I mean,
Greg Wiggins
better.
logged a ton of minutes as a rookie, over 36 minutes a game, Clark.
The Warriors.
And how about leading?
We hit it out of bounds, so the Warriors get it. But they still have no points. We blocked almost every one of their shots.
Game is what he averaged after the All-Star break.
Muhammad is pretty good, but I don't think he's. I mean, I don't know if he's really quite.
7
Ever.
against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Late
Yeah.
that time, Greg.
Or free throws. I don't like this Curry and Rubio. They're first points.
Assist by Curry as that one goes in.
There they
I don't
go.
like the
Finally
Rubio.
able to
I
drop
like
one in on their fourth
Wiggins
drive.
and Curry.
On the wing, Wiggins beyond the arc. Can't get it to go.
Almost
It's the
had it
Warriors
for
taking
him.
It the other way. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Good.
Wiggins has all of our points. I don't know. I just like Wiggins.
It's a 5-point game.
Curry he hasn't gotten any points.
Curry against Rubio. Kicks it to Green.
Garnett with a foul.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
But he makes it 3-7 here.
And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament.
Damn. Shabazz Muhammad with another 3.
Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Warriors trail by 5. Down low. And there's
let that. We're losing it now.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And that
Deep 3, and it's good. 10 points for Wiggins.
Yeah, a great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Curry, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Does Curry still not have any points?
Here's Muhammad.
Muhammad goes up and makes it. He has 5.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Looks like Golden State is called a timeout. I'm going to change up some of the...
It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the Warriors decide to take their...
No! I didn't mean to. Game plan, matchups. I want it to go back to auto. Okay. But Curry, I definitely want Wiggins on him. I think he'll definitely do good. And that's really all I think. I think we should have, not Muhammad, not Wiggins. I think Garnett and him. Sure, well, we'll go Karl Anthony Towns. There.
First time out here. A lot of comparisons have been made about Andrew Wiggins. Kobe Bryant, in fact, Clark, went as far as to say that he sees a lot of himself in Wiggins as a player.
Ultimate compliment there. I mean, that's exactly what Kobe Bryant just gave him. Wiggins has the chance to reach that level, I think.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Bjelica, he's checked in for Towns. Martin comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Pekovic after the miss from Andre Iguodala.
Talking about Kobe, seeing Wiggins as a young version of himself. The skill set Wiggins has is eerily similar to that of a young Kobe.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Fires from deep.
He's good.
Fifth in just 7 shots.
With 37.7 seconds left.
Lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to
Curry is actually out of this game.
To the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
It's 9-18. We're up by 10.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 8
by 9 here.
Attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bjelica, they get the rebound. Wiggins dishes to Pekovic. Martin, the pass to Pekovic, goes back up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. 1 second left.
No good. You're up 18-9
in the books.
At the end of the first.
Lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now. And
so here we go.
And Steph Curry
back in the first.
The gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely.
I don't think
great
Curry
shooter.
has a
I mean,
single
arguably
point.
I don't.
Doesn't he? I really don't think Curry has a point. He doesn't. We've locked down
He's the best
Curry.
shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
2-pointer.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the
Mohammed, 3, no good.
Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Azealia is out
Clay
there with
Thompson
Harrison Barnes. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against
Martin gets up there. He gets his first points of the night. It's now 20-11.
Defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And the Warriors with possession here after the basket by Minnesota. There's the screen. Curry kicks to Ezeli. 6 to shoot. Thompson for 3. Good. Thompson's got himself on
Minnesota.
For him. A typical day at the office. He's one
The
of the
Minnesota
more
timeout.
skilled offensive players out there.
I think Minnesota timeout. Logan, are you still on here? Yeah, it's our timeout.
Provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now.
Rubio, 3, no good.
Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kevin Martin. And Golden State.
Carl Anthony Towns with a personal foul.
Checked in.
You're not sure.
Here comes Garnett.
Talk about a brain cramp. Yeah.
Subbing out DA.
Dang. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time.
Still got Rubio on.
Kevin Garnett. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Curry attacking. There we go.
Curry gets his first point.
He is 1 for 4.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard
Where
in
the
basketball.
fuck was
There's
that
really
going?
not much he doesn't do well. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Warriors trail by 4. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. That's it.
Curry now has 4.
Curry's got.
And Thompson's
Yes.
much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer, and of course, the defense has to stay glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
But they'll get another chance. Back to Rubio. Pass to Levine. Out to the right wing. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. From deep. Towns, no luck.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think
So
about.
Curry and Levine are out of here. Or not Levine,
for
but
Zach Levine. Then for the Warriors,
yeah.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for. Here's Barbosa. The shot goes down and he gets his
and
game
it's
back to
all
even.
tied up.
Barbosa's got his first basket of the night. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And so here is Golden State after the miss from Kevin Garnett. So they take the lead. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Now we're hurting
really
a
had a
little.
rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just struggled in almost every
9 of 22 for field goals. They're 10 of
they
whatever.
struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
Here's Wiggins.
Wiggins goes up there. Now it's 25-22. He has 15 points, 6 of 8 on the field goal, 1 rebound.
For him. And if you
Well, 3 of 5 for
just as good in their
6
last game.
points, I
They
guess.
have repeatedly probed
Yep.
inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
You know, with the Timberwolves in their defense, it was the league's worst in opponent field goal percentage. Also dead last in field goal percentage.
We get Warriors get the ball.
Into account for the value they add. So
Rubio is going out. Garnett's going out, and Towns is going out. We got Martin coming in. Pekovic.
Here's what Minnesota's
Just some
going with
people
right now.
coming.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Martin subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Green. Leandro Barbosa on the wing, covered by Wiggins.
obviously they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
No good. We are up by 1 in the half, 25-24. It's been a good game. We were leading early, and then we kind of faded.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, they're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take them on the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and they'll turn around.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points,
5
2
blocks for
rebounds, and 1
Timberwolves.
block. Coming off a
5
great
of
game last
18
time out,
three-pointers
he's
made.
turning it up a notch already here tonight. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I love how they're getting.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started.
Yep, you don't care. I sometimes like watching it, but I really only watch the beginning and then the one before or after the game, just after the
break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
In the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Flip Saunders. Warriors trail by
Wiggins
3.
finally.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
Thompson for 3. And
No
again,
good.
it's the Warriors missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Wiggins kicks to Rubio. Garnett the screen. Here's Muhammad. And he's
3.
ball.
There we go, 30-24. Shabazz Muhammad 3 of 4 for
And
field
going
goal,
back to
2
Rubio, Clark,
of
his
3.
natural
I don't know.
instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he
Another
led
block
Spain to a championship,
from this
registering
Minnesota
3
defense.
triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double.
And it's good. Shabazz Muhammad. We have, what, 6 or 7. We got another, just blocking.
Curry attacking, and they get it. And
Just
with
been
that shot,
blocking.
the Minnesota lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bogut.
This
And they get one. Now, 1 of 5.
great
here in the
Golden State
third.
Warriors
Steph
team.
Curry,
We've just
6'3"
been
and about
blocking
195.
and
I mean, a
blocking.
slender frame.
Okay,
You
we'll
look back to high school and college, that was one of the question marks
see how
the strength
we do it?
to succeed.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad.
Muhammad 3.
With the assist.
Another 3 for Shabazz Muhammad. I think I'm making him a starter. I actually made him.
Shoot around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Curry kicks to Ezeli.
Another block
and
for Minnesota.
And it's
Wiggins can't quite make that one.
That's their first miss of the second half.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked out and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said.
That one's good.
Didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
It's Thompson off the drive, right through the D for the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Timberwolves lead. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Muhammad dishes to Rubio. The 3. And Muhammad.
Good. Another 3 for Minnesota and Shabazz Muhammad.
Coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having
Wiggins, Muhammad, been doing great.
Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Towns. And Martin subbed in for Muhammad. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Feeds it to Thompson. He kicks it to Ezeli. Rebound Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it goes out of bounds.
That was a bad pass.
Last touch by Pekovic.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turn.
Wiggins coming out.
Who's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Warriors also making a change. Leandro Barbosa, who's checked in for Curry. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio.
Rubio with the steal.
Zhang, the pass to Pekovic.
And it's good. Pekovic has his first points of the night.
And this collapse,
Minnesota now up by 10.
Defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
And that's out of bounds.
Yeah, what the hell? He dives right there.
With the break of the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Warriors,
definitely the Warriors by
Kevin, no team shot a higher percentage than these guys last year. I mean, that's something they definitely want to build on this season. It'll be hard to improve, but they believe in themselves. They got a lot of confidence after last season as far as shooting the ball goes.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins.
And won.
A franchise win total.
And won.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Zhang. And then for Golden State, Bogut comes in for Ezeli. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
God, it is just like,
everything
goddamn.
you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short circuit his potential. Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
LaVine,
Zach LaVine
tough defense there.
couldn't make that one.
In our game.
Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. Jacks up a 3. And the Warriors get it back. Minnesota leading by 11. Here's LaVine. And you can
and one.
A chance to make it 3.
And one.
They've got their shooting percentage up.
That's how I like it, baby. That's
their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it
that is how I like it.
A chance to get the W.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Kevin Garnett has checked in for Martin, and Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does, averaging over 8 assists a game for his career.
No good.
Season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also
the first block
they got those great athletic wings
for the Warriors.
Better. I mean, I think he's.
That is, I don't know. The Warriors, 1, 2, 3. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks for the Timberwolves, and just 1. Now 1. Towns doesn't have a point. That is going to change when he gets back out here.
And drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's Bjelica. The shot, no good. Good defense by Iguodala.
Okay, we need to get Towns at least more points here in the fourth quarter. 47-33 Minnesota at home over Golden State. I think they've been solidifying a legacy.
By 14, setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes at the 3. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. Towns wide open. And shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him.
Trying to get you some points, man, but that's all right.
Curry with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And that one's good. And it's 8 points for Steph Curry.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had.
I couldn't get the and one.
And last season, really
Klay Thompson. But there we go.
When Ricky Rubio
Towns will get 2 points.
Well, the Wolves improved
for right now. We might get him a few more, but he at least has his first points, which is kind of surprising to say the least.
Was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was
up by 10.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often.
No.
That's a nice move there for the basket.
What the? What? I didn't mean to press box. That is funny.
Warriors trail by 10.
Timeout Minnesota? If it's their timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Come on, Towns.
Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them in second place and the West were the same as the games between second place.
There we go. Started.
And the Warriors didn't just
got 5 points.
The little guys. I mean, they had big wins.
So we're gonna get Wiggins over here. He's like the mini. He's our Stephen Curry. But in real life, we did get rid of him.
Barnes against Rubio. And Curry, here we go. Bogut. Shot clock at 4, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending. Call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the
Minnesota
way down.
timeout or Golden State for another timeout? I'm sure it's Golden State.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Yeah, it looks like he's
I would be call time
out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thompson with it. Now defended by Muhammad. Thompson outside.
Muhammad shutting him down.
From past the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Muhammad. Rebounded by Bogut. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And Muhammad gets
There we go. Muhammad has 20
Fantastic performance from
points.
the arc here in the second half.
Warriors trail by 12. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Thompson. No one near him. And a great assist by Curry.
Now,
as
we're still having...
Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Towns dishes to Garnett. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now the feed to Rubio. Here's Muhammad. And the 3 off target.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Muhammad with the steal. Passes to Towns. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Golden State running out of time. Thompson outside. Pass to Curry. And the Warriors get it back. Barnes passes to Bogut. The drive by Thompson. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Curry with another miss.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Timberwolves.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Muhammad. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Goes up from the top of the key. Cannot hit. Good D by Thompson. And Clark, maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
I don't think it's going to happen, partner.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Greg went deep for that one.
He did, but I'm hungry now. Another miss by Minnesota.
Ooh.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing.
Muhammad had a crazy good game, 59-48 victory. Here in Minnesota over the 6-3 Golden State Warriors. Now let's see the Michael Jordan player of the game.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan player of the game. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
To me, it was his three-point shot that made the biggest difference for them. He was killing them from long range. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
And I agree. This Timberwolves team is now on a 5-game winning streak after losing the first 3. We win over the Warriors. We're gonna go, okay, Shabazz Muhammad and Andrew Wiggins. 2 of the, probably the most best players. Rubio, he had a pretty good game. He played 16 minutes. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. He had 2 turnovers. You know, that happens. Field goals made, 3 of 5. 1 of 3 for 3 points. I don't know what FT. Free throws, 1 of 1. He has no offensive rebounds, no fouls, Let's see who has the most fouls. It goes to Kevin Garnett. He has 2 fouls. I don't know. I mean, this team, it's turned around. It is turned around. So here we go. 22 of 50 for field goals. And 22 of 50 for, 11 of 30 for 3-pointers. And they only made 3 threes. We made all 4 of our free throws. They made half of their free throws. We had 18 fast break points. They had 6. They had 32 points in the paint, and we only had 18. We had no second chance points. They had 6 bench points. We had 7. We each had 14 assists. They had 5 offensive rebounds. We had 4. We had 18 defensive rebounds. They had 22. We had 8 steals. They had 4 steals. They had 1 block. We had 6 blocks. Turnovers and the points off them. We had 6 turnovers. We got 14 points off of them. They got 9 turnovers and they got 8 points. That shows you we locked down, baby. We locked down. We just pure lock down. Not like just lockdown, okay? Biggest lead was 14 points. We had 8 minutes and 41 seconds of possession. That shows you we're a good team. I mean, yeah, you kind of want to have it longer, but then yet you don't. And then we have each 3 timeouts remaining. First quarter, it was 18-9. Then it was 15-7 in the second. Then 25-24. And then the third was 22-9. We were still up to 12-15 in the fourth. We lost. That one, I think we just let up. We really did let up. But, you know, in the end, we come up and we win 59-48, 11 threes, and it just amazing. I mean, really good. Shabazz Muhammad. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I'd just bring up his stats and everything of the game, but it doesn't. Logan, would you like to see like Farming Simulator or something else in basketball, or what do you want to see? Because I will do Farming Simulator. Your team's winning streak now sits at 5. Do you think it'll last? I don't want to comment, but I think we can at least last maybe 1 or 2 more games. But I think I'll go yes. So yeah, it'll last. Not just 1 more game, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Might end after that. And that's kind of my feeling, you know. And the owner -1 trust. Now I can feel that, but I think we can make this a good year. I don't think we can go undefeated. Well, we can't. But I don't think we're not. I mean, because if we go on the road to face Indiana, then we come back home, we play Memphis, which is a pretty good team. So let's go and check out Indiana. So they're 3-6. So I mean, it should be a decent, decent game. They've won 2 in a row though. Last 10, 3-6. You know, they're not the greatest team, but they're looking for their first NBA championship. We are looking for our NBA championship. But, you know, they got some good guys. You know, Paul George, Monta Ellis, George Hill, Jordan Hill. You got the Hill brothers, if they're actually brothers. I'm not sure. But the Miles Turner and the Rodney Stuckey. You know. And I think they're going to definitely do good. You know, their strength, 3 points, creating own shot, mid-range scoring, attacking the basket. They have no weaknesses, I guess. So their first 2 wins, or well, I guess their last. So they started out losing. So they lost to Memphis, lost to Utah, lost to Detroit, lost to Boston, lost to Miami, lost to Cleveland. Then they won over Orlando, and they won over Boston. Yeah, they won over Boston. You know, it is what it is. Well, they won over Toronto to start the year off. But then after that, they've really fallen. And I gotta take this very important call. Okay, so I was just talking to my dad. So we're going to play one more game, and then I'm going to be done with streaming, because it's about 7, it's about 8. And, yeah.
The 2K Sports
So we got a road game.
Hello, basketball fans.
Muhammad's got to be starting. I think he can start. So, there we go.
Nothing goes together like the Pacers and Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. 2K Sports
Indianapolis, baby.
NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris. The been picking up some steam, and if they can play this excellent shape.
This Minnesota Timberwolves D has been just amazing.
Anytime a team can find its rhythm and put together
Three.
a number of wins in a row, that's always
Sabaz
encouraging.
Muhammad, man, like
It's
you feel like
been
you
hard to tell so
caca.
far what the true
Been doing
ability
pretty
of this
good.
squad is, but if it's what we've seen here lately, they could have big things ahead of them down the road.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves.
And they get Elch 3-2.
Wiggins is out
So,
there with
yeah.
Garnett, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
And so it's Indiana with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
Here's Muhammad following the basket by George Hill. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. That's good. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Not the biggest fan of
Tie
the
it back
shot,
up.
but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Feeds to Mahimi. It's back to Hill. They set the pick, and Hill throws it down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic
I didn't-
screen play. Won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. George passes to Hill. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing
gonna be a
how many
tough
free runs to the
game,
hoop they
man.
got. Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
A young team trying to find their place
Here
in the
we
league can
go.
have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey,
And
if you keep
Andrew
working,
Wiggins
go to it.
charging
Stay with
how
it.
that
I mean,
won't
until the defense responds
What
and
the-
provides more resistance, keep making them.
Of course,
pay.
when you do something
Rodney
decent,
Stuckey's checked in
it's
for
like,
Indiana. Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Martin comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. There's the bucket. Good.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
Now here is Martin. A three-pointer. Wiggins. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Stuckey against Rubio. Outside, George. Off the pick. Shot clock at 6. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul.
was
That's
it
his first
unknown?
foul. Minnesota also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel.
Now, here's Mahimi. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
God, you can't.
Setting up a lot of
You
these
can't seem to
buckets right
score.
there, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Stuckey.
God,
Hill's got his first points of the night.
you just need to
Well, they weren't
focus.
gonna
I think
pass up that
focusing
chance to get out and run following the
obviously
steal.
will help us.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a goal.
There we go.
Good.
Slowly, slowly, man. Slowly.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. The dish now to Mahinmi. Indiana moving the ball over. It's back to Hill.
Let it
It's
go.
out of bounds. They
It was
say it was last touched
24
by Hill.
points.
The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Zach LaVine's checked in for Bjelica. Timberwolves trail by 5. Now here's Jones, and the wide open shot from Pekovic. They get it back. Tries again. And he gets that one to go off the
There
front.
we go. Now just down by 3.
Jones has got his second basket of the night.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Oh, but still, our defense from last game wasn't
That he
doing.
led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Are you? How did they not make it? So we're down by. So it's 21-16. We're down. Not doing too good.
He feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I don't care. If it's not about Minnesota, then I really don't care. Or it's just if it's somebody actually playing me. That's actually in real life that I kind of.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get
Wiggins with his first 3 of the night.
How the offensive approach has been going here so far for Indiana.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
They've got Paul George. Turner is out there with Hill. Then there's Hill. And it's Ellis at shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
Now, here's Ellis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. And Zhang kicks to Muhammad. Three-pointer, and he gets the bucket.
There we go. We take the lead. We take the lead. We're making it a little closer, man. We make it a little closer with Muhammad.
Most teams get
Muhammad
the
Wiggins. I think Muhammad's
after
taking
one
over.
or two wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Mahinmi's checked in for the Pacers. And then for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Bjelica comes in for Zhang. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for LaVine. Now here's Turner. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the night here. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
That's what I'm going to change here today. In this season, there we go. Tied it up. I think this time, I'm going to try to make the playoffs.
Playoff basketball and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's Muhammad. That falls.
Damn, swings it, man. 11-3 run in the last minute and 45 seconds.
And you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's going to be 2
almost an and one.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed.
I think I think we're gonna be somewhat. Hopefully, we make it to the playoffs.
Andrew Wiggins showed that he's
That's what I feel like. I want to try to this season, and I might. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Up the floor. Tries from 10. That's good.
Rubio.
And you can sense the
There we go.
momentum
Now we're
really
scrolling here, man.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Ellis. And that one comes up a bit short.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible when he has a consistent three-point shot.
Now here is Hill. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, that bucket in no time at all. Ellis has got 5.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Towns. Up and in. It's good.
There we go. Get his first point.
1 for 4 shooting.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
And it's Ellis penetrating. Comes up empty off the pick.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for Ellis. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Hill. Outside Hill. 17-foot shot on the way. And another shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Some changes for Minnesota. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Bielitsa. Timberwolves leading by 5. Martin from outside. That
just
one
3.
falls.
Just
His
3.
Second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Misses off the left iron. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Hill dishes to Miles. The 17-footer. Offensive rebound Pacers. Miles with another miss. LaVine can't hit.
That was close. We could take a 38-32 victory.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal, and it was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. During one stretch, they trailed, and that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of
Here we go.
Okay,
now,
so we got
quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
And what a tremendous game from Muhammad.
Shabazz
He had
Muhammad.
17 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today, but
Dude.
he is just dangerous out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota.
Muhammad
In the
with a
backcourt, Rubio and
3.
Muhammad. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Wiggins in at the 3.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Hill has the open look. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And now
Three.
it's a double-digit lead.
But he has
now
points.
An 11-point Minnesota lead.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the
Timeout Minnesota.
play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on.
Yep, caught that.
The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Timberwolves leading by 9. And it's Rubio penetrating, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And Indiana.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
A three-pointer, Wiggins, the rebound by Paul George. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Now here's Muhammad. He's got 20. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Turner. And the shot is good. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Now we're only
Great
up by
job
4.
his team made on that move, Kevin.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Muhammad. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the
Yeah, backcourt
and
violation. They're That's what we need to do.
Solomon Hill is checked in for George. C.J. Miles comes in for Ellis. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Hill. Minnesota also making some changes. Bielitsa comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Martin subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. And Hill throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow.
This is like kind of like
You're
what
exactly
you would
right.
expect,
those
like
come
in
back to bite
March
you every
Madness.
time, just like it's biting them now.
Now here is Hill. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stuckey for 3. Rebound by Bielitsa.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Mahaney's checked in for Turner. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Bielitsa. Levine's checked in for Muhammad. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Stuckey. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Right wing. Miles, that's for 2. And once again off the mark by Indiana. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clarkie helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Now Miles. Following Tyus Jones' three-point attempt. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hill passes to Stuckey. And Miles kicks to Hill, and he goes in for the dunk.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Here's Levine. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. The 19-foot shot. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back.
50 to 45 here. Close game. Pretty good game here so far. If I have to say so myself. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get my water bottle that's in the bathroom. Because I am thirsty. My hydro flask. Okay. Now we're gonna play. It's tied with 2:04 left, 58-58.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Stuckey into the lane.
They take the lead now by 2. This game actually, to be honest,
Timberwolves trail. And that one's
2.
good. And that's now 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Anthony Towns with 2 points. 6 points, my bad.
Timeout called the Pacers. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
And George with the stuff.
Driving high to throw that one down.
What are you doing?
Fantastic one-hand jam.
Get on her weight up.
Guys, to finish up that possession.
Now, here's Rubio. Wiggins outside to take the lead. And that one's good.
And we do by a point. I believe Indiana took its time. Let's go.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They trail by 1. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter.
Of course, it's going to come down to the buzzer.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the shot is
They
good
take
from
the
Stuckey.
lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now Hill after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. Garnett with the block. And so it looks like the Pacers
I hit it out of
move into
bounds so they get the
possession
ball.
here.
Let them get the ball.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter.
Okay, now we can tie here with the 3.
Rubio with it. Outside, Martin. It's taken away by
Fuck me in the
Stuckey.
asshole twice.
Pushing it up. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists tonight. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
George lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Pacers. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Of course, then we're gonna go with shit.
And Hill has it in the corner. Great D that time from Martin.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Looking to end the run. Offensive rebound. Wiggins. He dishes it to Towns. The second chance effort. It's in. Oh, and
there we go.
The lead to just 5.
Now we need.
34 seconds left to play.
Now we're gonna have to foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Hill.
Gosh.
He's got 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Towns, no luck.
Yep. Well,
Clark, they're this
I
close
lied
to
about
putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
That's good.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Tit for tat right there.
Yep, there we go.
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Outside Hill. It's stolen by Garnett. By himself.
And at the buzzer.
It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch
Was
time.
that at the buzzer? Because it was 68.
These fans home happy.
Damn it, they didn't count.
Courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the side. Doris.
Guys, Paul George.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
I don't care.
Kevin,
I swear that was at the
appreciated,
buzzer,
and
but I
now
don't
let's
think
present
it
our
counts.
Jordan Hill.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille.
I don't give a fucking rat's ass. We lose after a 5-game winning streak. Dude, what? That don't seem right. But yeah, guys, that's gonna end this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and Logan's not even on. So I was doing. Are you kidding me? Nobody was on. So he left and not even. Whatever. So guys,